Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here again for yet another video, and welcome back to Yoshi's Woolly World. Deathless, no damage, 100% beast mode engaged. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be introing these. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you are doing fantastic as always, and well, let's just go ahead and jump into Sponge Cave Spelunking. I don't really know what spelunking is, but this stage uses a very fun mechanic, which we will get into which we will find in later stages of the game. So right away, what you might think to do is just take the chain chomp or yarn chomp. I'm really not sure. Like, let's see, does this thing call it? Okay, chomp rock. Doesn't really make any sense, but you know, I'm not really complaining. To take it all the way over there, but as you can see, you want to take it all the way to the left in order to get the very first piece of yarn. This is also a thing that I had to redo a level for on my first playthrough of the game, and I was like, yeah, that's actually kind of clever. Okay, this is not going to happen a lot of times, but in most of the levels I do suggest, you know, you check out the way that you came from in order to see if there is something hidden. This does not necessarily mean at the very start of a stage, but also at the... whenever you enter a new area, you want to do that, so you are sure that you're not skipping on anything. But still, if you're watching this and if you are looking for a cool guide, I got you covered. We have this under control for the 100%. Anyway, let's see. I guess the first topic that I will talk about today is me not, maybe not, close. I'm not really gonna say that I'm not obeying my own rule, but let's just say that ever since I am working full-time, I was like, okay, so videos now are going to be taken to a lower priority, which means that I only record them on a weekend. But this is actually kind of an exception for this Let's Play, since it's going to require a little bit more practice. I will be recording on the weekdays, maybe not a ton. Maybe I can record like one video every 2 days, or or so. Depends on how busy I am. Luckily, winter vacations are going to roll in fairly soon. We don't really get as much as many days of vacation as I got when I was in college, but still. It's pretty nice to, get out of the everyday routine every now and then. So I'm recording this on a Wednesday, and I am actually pretty happy to be recording this because I already wanted to play some more Woolly World for you guys. And, especially after my practice, there's been a couple of runs in which I forget, either one stamp or one yarn bunch or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just really happy to be doing this for you guys. Anyway, this mechanic that I was talking about first, when we first started the level, are these sponges, which you will be using to create paths and sort of stairs in order to get to some objectives that you need to get. So it's really fun to do it, but it kind of gets a little bit tedious in later stages, because these are right now they are only used to for you to kind of practice what they do, or know what they do. There's not really a lot of things hidden in them, but then in later stages you are going to experience that there are going to be one of the, multiple of those hidden clouds inside of the sponges. Right now, as you could see before, there are many parts in which... Oh, okay, that was fairly interesting. That got me the flower. Pretty nice. I think I will be getting rid of... Oh, okay, that was also a pretty nice shot. Getting rid of these two before I do this, because otherwise I could have taken some nice damage. Well, not really nice damage, but you get the point. Anyway, here, as you can see, I'm going to be locking onto here, and this is pretty obvious that you will be throwing an egg or walking over there in order to reveal that hidden cloud, and for you to get some nice goodies. But in later stages, the clouds are actually going to be hidden by the sponges, so you basically have to destroy as much as possible, and that is not going to be always the right answer, I guess, because there's maybe not a lot of parts, but there's some parts in which you are going to be needing to use the sponge. And by the way, I don't really need the hearts, but I'm just going to show you guys where to get this. In which you're going to be using the sponge as either stairs or, like a kind of access to some areas. Like, for example, what I'm doing here. But then it's going to turn a little bit maybe not like super difficult, but it's still going to be a little bit more challenging to do that. By the way, you want to do this in order to get this little stamp, which I've also forgotten in one of my first playthroughs, which was a little bit annoying to find. So it gets a little more challenging. It's not difficult by any means, but it's still kind of fun to figure out the best possible way to, just get through whatever stage you are, with the best possible use of the sponges. So that's pretty much it, I guess. So let's see. How are you guys? I already said how you guys are doing. I guess I can detail my work day right now. We had a meeting about some. How would you call this? Since I am like the manager of the IT help desk and software development area at the school, today I had a meeting with like the high rank people at the administration, and they were pretty happy with some with the presentation and some reports that I had to hand in. Like I never really expected that. Like for example, now that I am in in the workforce and all that good stuff. I never really, expected... Well, yeah, I guess I kind of expected it, but... doing presentations now for actual work instead of college feels a little bit... I mean, it's not weird, but it definitely feels, really... interesting to not be doing that for a grade anymore, but for actual money. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. I do have to say so myself. So, if you guys have done any of that, given some presentations for either cash or, just in general, let me know if you like to give out presentations for school or whatever you are doing currently. That would be pretty nice to know. But yeah, so we are actually getting really, really close to the end of the stage. We only have a couple more things to get, which is one flower, one yarn bunch, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. Now, I would, no, and a couple of stamps, which are going to be coming right now. So we got the yarn after that. Oh, and by the way, this is where the one of those mechanics I told you about are going to come into play. So I think I'm going to be doing this right here, and is that nice? I kind of think it is. Okay, first I need to clear this. Just give me a second, and I'll show you how this is going to come into play. First thing I want to do is grab these little, they're called beads. Oh, no, yeah, this is fine. So you will see that you need to keep this one as a mean to access this area, which is going to be a hidden path to get the last flower of the stage. Now, if I press start, you will go like, oh, well, we only have 19 stamps. That's pretty bad. You have to redo the level. Worry not. Don't really... pay a lot of attention to the stamps or ever, well, especially the stamps, because normally when you are here at the very end of the stage, there's not going to be, more often than not, there's really not going to be any more flowers or yarn bunches. So but there can be hidden things that you want to get in order to get the final stamps, and with that we have 100%ed the level itself. So let's just, I mean, I don't really need to roll this anymore. Can I show you guys one of these? Pretty sad. Okay, I wonder if the LP curse is going to come into play in this Let's Play, and I know that I will eventually show them, show the minigames to you guys, but it seems that the LP curse is frowning upon me as of right now. I am not able to show you the level. Let's just hope that it will be in the next one, because in the following stage we have a mini boss, or it's not really a mini boss, it's kind of like a midway or mid-world boss. This is going to follow the format of the Yoshi's Island level. We've collected 50 stamp patches, earning you new stamps. Congrats! It's going to follow the same format as the Yoshi's Island game, in the fact that we are going to have a mid-world boss on the 4th stage, which is going to be fairly nice, and then stage 8 is going to be the world boss, which is going to unlock access to the next world, obviously. So right now, as obviously, as I've said before, for some odd reason, my Super Smash Bros. Yoshi wasn't really working with my, with my game. I'm not really sure why it is. So I couldn't really use the glossy kind of costume that the Yoshi gives you. So I just used the regular green Yoshi for that stage, and now we're gonna jump onto the Donkey Kong costume for the mid-stage boss. Oh, no. Okay, so by pressing A, you actually restart. No, not by pressing A. By selecting the same design that you have, you go back to the original Yoshi, I guess. So it's going to be kind of a, I mean, I'm not really sure how you would do that if it's not like that. I mean, I guess you would have to exit, like, for example, if you press start, you can go back to the title and reset your costume, but as we all know, that's going to be a little bit time consuming. Alright, anyway, we are going to jump onto 1-4, which is going to be Big Montgomery's Fort. And if you have played any of the other Yoshi games, or, you know, just the word Mont is going to translate into Monty Moles, yeah. Which in this game, they are super annoying if you're trying to go for a no damage run, or if you are close to the very end of the stage, and if you find that one of those, okay, the fourth, someone was having trouble with the fourth, a yarn bunch, I guess. And if you are having, like, you know, if you are at the end of the stage and if you run into some Monty Moles, their movement is a little bit, I mean, it is predictable. I mean, that's not a problem, but it is going to be really, really annoying to you know, to kind of maneuver around. There are going to be a lot Monty Moles later in the stage, so I will show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, first you want to uncover both of these, and now there's nothing here, so you really don't want to worry about that. What we are going to worry about is that first stamp, well, the second stamp that we're going to get, as well as getting the secret passage, which is going to yield a yarn ball and, well, a yarn bunch, sorry. And after that, at the very end of this passage, we're going to see another one of these, which is going to give us another flower. Well, the first flower, sorry. And yeah, so that is the very first area. Really nice, nothing really too difficult, kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to be encountering. But now, this following area is actually a lot more fun. You will have one of, like, a bunch of these, which I'm not really sure. I don't exactly remember if this was in Yoshi's Island, but what I'm sure of is that it was in Yoshi's Story, as you remember from the castle. So let's see, you want to avoid these, I'm not really sure how these are called. If you guys have watched my videos a bunch, you would know that I'm not really literate or knowing of enemy names. Well, I mean, of course, we got a Shy Guy, and that's pretty much all I know so far, as well, aside from the Monty Moles and just the basic enemies that we find throughout the games themselves, you know, which are actually pretty common. These, you know, I'm not really sure if they have names themselves. You can't eat them, obviously, but, okay, I kind of missed a bead. I want to get that right now. Luckily, it didn't have any stamps, but, you know, I was going to get that anyway, so it was not going to be a problem. So, okay, I guess this brings up a point if you guys are kind of knowledgeable of enemy names in games, which, you know, like I said before, you know, it's not really like a super strong argument, but one thing that I like to say is that, you know, I just like to play the games, and, you know, that's just pretty much about it. I don't really care about the enemy names unless there's, like, any trivia that you have to, you know, to solve, like, oh, what's this enemy name? Like, for example, in Paper Mario 1000-Year Door, or you have to figure out the world, not the world, the fourth boss, which is Dupless. But, I mean, you learn that by, you know, the means of the game, so it's really not a problem. Alright, so I guess a little bit off topic, and there's a cloud somewhere around here that I would like to discover. There we go, pretty nice. This is going to drop these, and this is also another stamp that I failed to get in one of my first playthroughs, which was a little bit annoying. Go over here to find another one of these, which is only going to give you some hearts, so there's, you know, there's that. But if you are Super Beast, and if you haven't taken any damage, you know, this is not going to be a problem for you. Alright, now, these over here, you kind of want to be careful, because you have that annoying, like, back and forth thingy. I'm not, you know, again, I'm not really sure how they are called. There's the yarn bunch number 3, pretty nice, and I do want to be really careful with this, and it looks like we made it. Alright, so now also be careful with this one right here. There's no more hidden stuff from the, like, okay, there's no more, like, a hidden cloud. However, there's this that that you want to potentially get, and this is where the person, okay, no, this is going to give you a flower, right? This is going to give you the fourth one, and getting this is going to give you stamp number 12. And just by doing this, you get another stamp, and we are off to the next, I was going to call it stage, to the next area. So I guess kind of off topic, if you guys have followed my YouTube channel for a while, you might know a certain individual by the name of SMT. And by the way, this is what I mean by the Monty Moles. Like, just check it out. If you jump, they kind of have like a little weird movement in which they're going to kind of slip. Just think about Luigi from Super Mario World. You know, they have that kind of like really weird movement. So you kind of want to get rid of them if you don't want to take any damage, because even if they're predictable, it's a little bit annoying to deal with. So here is the fourth yarn bunch, which the person on the Miiverse post was actually looking for. If you guys see that person, just be a good Samaritan and tell him where the yarn ball is, even though he probably already got it. Alright, coming very, very close to the end of the stage, and the very first thing that you want to do is get in the middle of this, and that will give you some nice beads. Now, there are some more hidden things, as you can see. We have that, like a cloudy, invisible thing. I'm still not sure how they're called. If you guys, please let me know in the comments. There's nothing here. However, if you jump all the way to this place, you will see that we're going to get the fifth yarn bunch. And let's see, we already got all 5 flowers, right? So you might be like, oh, again, we're missing... oh, and by the way, here are some more hearts before the... before the boss, so that's pretty nice. You might be like, wow, we have 19 stamps again, you fail. No, worry not, the stage is not over, and as you can tell, those 3 beads have something suspicious on them, which we will figure out right now, and if we touch the middle one, I guess, and it's going to give us 100% in the stage. Be really careful when you uncover this, because this will be getting some Monty Moles, and obviously if you don't want to get any damage, that's how you do it. And in case you are missing some health, here we have the, a couple more hearts. Now, it's pretty weird that, well, no, yeah, I think I already talked about this, how every single one of the hits that you take in the game give you, like, 5 hearts of damage. So that's, I mean, I'm not really sure. It would have been a nice diversity if they, if the damage was actually measured by how big the enemy is or whatever. But I guess that's no problem.
Is that you, Yoshi baby? You can chase me, but you are not getting the yarn back. Say hello to Big Montgomery and say goodbye to your chances of winning.
Yeah, Kamek seems pretty confident, but I guess our master skills are not going to be a match for this dude. Alright, so this boss, well, I guess the first mid-boss that you get is actually going to be fairly easy. What he's going to do is this, and I'm pretty sure I already forgot about what I need to do here, because I am a little bit way too far in the game as of this point. Do I just need to... Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry, we need to do that. Okay, I was a little bit worried of getting close to him, because, obviously, do I get to do anything about this? No, I don't. Alright, so, yeah, just jump over his head, and it's going to be, like, no problem. Let's see, okay, can you chase me? And, okay, pretty nice. Just go ahead and hammer his bum. And by the way, I've been, oh, yeah, I was talking about some other topic. If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you might know a certain individual called SMT. Just as we speak, like around an hour ago, his Twitch stream got banned, and then he went to YouTube right away to make a rant. So that was fairly hilarious. I think one of the, someone on his Twitch sent him a video that had like drugs and did I already talk about this? I don't even know. I've been so concentrated on doing I've been so concentrated on doing so well in this game that honestly I've kind of lost track of the topics that I've mentioned. But yeah, that's there's your fourth yarn thingy. I don't know if I can reply to that person or how long this was posted. But I would certainly love to, help that person. I mean, I guess you can link him to youtube.com/kaozbender. You got a new power badge, and what is it? Oh yeah, if you fall to like a bottomless pit, I mean, I haven't used that one. I don't think you lose any damage or you go back for free. I'm not really sure. Hot Cocoa Yoshi back together, pretty sweet. And what do we do after this? We will be unlocking stage number 15, and that will be pretty much it, I believe. Yeah, okay, that was a very nice episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Learn how to do 1-3 and 1-4, no damage, 100%, pretty easy. So, Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a comment, participate in the commentary, in the topics, and leave a like if you enjoyed, as well as subscribe if you want to watch more of these, how to beast at this game. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow when we start the second half of World 1. Have a great day.